Hey guys, hello humans of YouTube. This is Megan from Megan's Reading. Name may or may not be changing, so don't judge me. Anyways, today I am recording my video on my GoPro, and I have my little screen here. So sorry if I look down. I just want to make sure that everything is good. Anyways, so I got home tonight, and today was a super just insane day. I got to drive on like an absolute sheet of ice where I was going forward and going sideways without turning the vehicle at any time, and it was just really fun, really stressful. So I got home, put on my pajamas, and then realized I didn't ever film this video. I meant to film it today before I went to work, and then hit snooze for 3 hours, so it didn't happen. So I'm in my pajama shirt, and just says "so gay," and my shorts, which I'm not going to show you. So I'm sorry, but I think maybe to watch this video you should totally get into pajamas too. So you should do that. This is going to be a super short one. This is just going to be my November TBR, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to read any of these books. These are just the ones that I'm hoping to get through. They're honestly some of the books that I'm the least excited about, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing two options. So one option of these books that I'm just not sure if I'm feeling, and then an option of books that I really do think that I will get through this month. So I think I'm going to do that. So I will then at the end of the month just let you know which ones I have done and what I decided to do. So we're going to start with the ones that I'm hoping to get through, but I'm not necessarily sure if I will. So all of these books I am excited about. I'm just not necessarily sure that I'm in the mood to read them right now. So I'm sure that if any of you guys are mood readers, you will understand that. The first one is Jodi Picoult, the storyteller. Just reading the back, it says, Sage Singer is a baker. She works throughout the night preparing the day's breads and pastries, trying to escape a reality of loneliness, bad memories, and the shadow of her mother's death. When Joseph Weber, an elderly man in Sage's grief support group, begins stopping by the bakery, they strike up an unlikely friendship. Despite their differences, they can see in each other the hidden scars that others cannot. My grandma just said that it was like a super deep book, and I'm not sure if I want like deep emotional right now, if that makes sense. So number one is Jodi Picoult, the storyteller. I'm always unsure if I am saying her name right or wrong. When I read her books, I usually go through phases. I really love her writing, but I have to be in the mood for it. So Small Great Things by her. Let's see what it has to say on this one. Nothing? Ruth Jefferson is a labor and delivery nurse at a Connecticut hospital with more than 20 years of experience. During her shift, Ruth begins a routine checkup on a newborn, only to be told a few minutes later that she's been reassigned to another patient. Ooh, the parents are white supremacists and don't want Ruth, who's an African American, to touch their child. The hospital complies with their request, but the next day the baby goes into cardiac distress while Ruth is alone in the nursery. Does she obey orders or does she intervene? This actually sounds really good. I might get to this one this month. This sounds amazing, and my grandma sent me this, and she sends me books that she loves, which usually means that I'm gonna love it. So I'm sure that this is. The first one is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I love how the outside of the pages are different colors. I just think that's really cool. Anyways, let's read what this one has to say. Ooh, I just like how dark this whole I'm reading it the wrong way. How dark this whole book looks. It just looks really cool. Kaz Brecker and his crew have just pulled off a heist so daring even they didn't think that they would survive. But instead of divvying up a fat reward, they're right back to fighting for their lives. Double-crossed and badly weakened, the crew is low on resources and allies and hope. As powerful forces from around the world descend on Ketterdam to root out the secrets of the dangerous drug known as Jordaperim, old rivals and new enemies emerge to challenge Kaz's cunning and test the team's fragile loyalties. A war will be waged on the city's dark and twisting streets, a battle for revenge and redemption that will decide the fate of the Grisha world. So, honestly, I'm not 100% sure that I actually knew what this was written, what it was about, when I bought it. I might have just bought it from a recommendation, but I'm not sure. And then the other one that I have is Six of Crows, which is my favorite for how it looks because the pages are black. I feel like if I were to ever write a book, I would do this. Yeah, so this is just the second one to Crooked Kingdom. So if I read this one, then I will read this one too, but I'm not sure. Alright, so those are the 4 books that I'm not sure about. Let me go grab the ones that I am 100%, let's go with 95% sure that I am going to do my damnedest to get to this month. 4.5. The books that I'm hoping to, I'm going to do my best to get to. The first one is Tommyknockers by Stephen King. I started this book, I am right here. I am on page 108. So I still have quite a ways to go. It's really good. I was really enjoying it. But then I wanted to finish Gerald's Game because I had started that one before I started this one and just never picked this one back up. So my goal is to hopefully finish this one, but I have one of his I need to finish before I do that, and there's a whole story behind that, and now it's the last book. So bear with me. The next one is Looking for Alaska by John Green. This book, if I had to say a favorite book, it would be this one or Perks of Being a Wallflower, for both like the exact same reason. I feel like every person should read this book, but the reason this book was sent to me was actually, I have it on Kindle and I used to have a copy, but then I like let somebody borrow it and never got it back. The reason I have this copy is because I did like a book trade thing, which was super fun, and I got a bunch of books. But the lady, it's all people who you don't know that send you the books, and basically she knew that I worked at a boarding school and lived in Alaska. This is set at a boarding school, and one of the main characters is named Alaska. So she was like, this just seems super fitting for you. So I really want to read this one again. I don't know if I've ever actually read this copy. I might have. I'm not sure. I usually read my Kindle copy. I've read it like 4 times. Next one is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. So I've heard it said Nicola Yoon, and then I've heard it said Nicola Yoon, and I'm not really sure which one it is. But I really hope to get to this one. I think this will be a really quick read. But sometimes when I say that, it ends up not being that. So this is on this list as well. Let's see if we can get the whole thing to show. And is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It was in my haul for October, and then I just haven't gotten to it yet. Something to do with a carnival. This girl has the dreams of seeing Caraval. And with the help of a mysterious sailor, they're able to go to the show. And as soon as they are arrived, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer Legend. And it turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. So it sounds like it's gonna be super suspenseful, super great, and I'm just really excited about it. Also, this cover is just so pretty. Just really pretty. As far as this background goes, I'm just not sure. Like, I'm looking at it in my viewfinder, and I don't know. But my apartment's a mess, and this was the only part of my apartment that didn't look super messy. So I think I need to set up like an actual background that looks good, but I'm just not really sure what to do. Especially now that I'm doing like more book videos. I would put it on my bookshelf, or I'd put my bookshelf behind me, but my bookshelf is really short. So I'd have to sit, and I don't want to do that. Anyways, so the next video will either be my readathon video or my October wrap-up. And right now, I like to keep a stack of books that I've read in the month, and right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in that, and I will hopefully be finishing at least 2 more, maybe 3. So it's been a pretty good month for books. I've also bought a lot of books, but we're not going to talk about that. You can go watch my October haul video if you would like to know more about that before I say it. This book might be done before the November starts. Yeah, November. Forgot what month we were in. But I am not 100% sure. That's my hope, that it will not be included in this because it will already be done. But if not, I will be finishing it this month. So the story is that I started it already, got creeped out, quit reading it, then decided that I needed to continue, but I have other books that I have started before I started this book that I'm trying to get done. So I started this book at the beginning of the month, read 75 pages, and then quit. So starting Sunday night at like midnight or something. I'm not sure yet. Michaela and I are going to be doing a 24-hour, what I might extend to a 48-hour readathon, where we are just going to read and read and read. And I have 2 books that I would like to finish, and I'm pretty sure I can. And then when I finish those books, my goal is to read this one, Stephen King's It, until my time is over. Because I'm not going to be able to read or finish this and read or finish 2 other books. So that's just ridiculous and impossible. So this book may or may not end up being on my TBR. If you would like to know more about it, please go check out my Twitter, because I will be updating you guys throughout the readathon that we're going to be doing. I'll be updating you guys throughout all of that books as I get done with them, my thoughts on them as I'm reading them, things like that. If you'd like more information about that, come back on Tuesday, because then it will be done and I will have a video. Even maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I know myself, it'll probably be Thursday, maybe Friday before that video is up. Anyways, I think that is all that I have to say. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Be sure that you hit that little like button if you enjoyed watching this video, and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you would like a video like explaining why I changed everything, please comment down below. I'm not going to make one unless people want to see it. So if you want to see it, just comment. If you don't, you can comment still and say that you don't, or you can just not comment. Either way, just let me know, or don't let me know. Whatever, I'm gonna go. I'm really tired. Have a good night. And goodbye.